Hello and welcome to Retro Games Swede. We will talk about all things video games. And today we're going to take a look at 5 underappreciated Sega Mega Drive games. These might not be the absolute best on the system, but they do at least one or two things really well. And let's just get on with it. So we'll start with Fatal Labyrinth, a lovely little dungeon crawler. You play as a guy called Tricard that's trying to save your village from certain doom and gloom and all the usual stuff. You basically just go around the levels trying to kill monsters to level up and find equipment here and there. Better weapons, better armor and stuff like that. And the tricky part is you also need food all the time. So if you run out of food, you lose health and then you die. That's basically how I die every time I play the game. It's got 30 levels and I haven't gotten close to that anytime I've played it, but it's a nice little gem actually. The controls are nice. It doesn't look bad or anything. It doesn't look super either, but what do you expect, you know? So that's the first one. The second one, I know a lot of people know this series, but this James Bond 3, it's a really nice platformer. It moves fast, it controls wonderfully. It has some nice varied levels and a nice little world map to move around on. The graphics are really nice, and there's a good amount of humor in this too, with a lot of references to other media and other games and other and movies and stuff like that. So yeah, if you see this, pick it up because it's a wonderful little game. Then we move on to Cyborg Justice. It's a wonderful little brawler where you play as a, I wouldn't say cyborg because I don't think there's any human on it. You're basically a robot moving around, fighting. And one really fun part of this is that when you start the game, you can customize your guy with different arms, different bodies, different legs, and that decides what special attacks you have, and it's just a general. And of course, if you have a friend to play with, this becomes a lot more fun if you play 2-player. All brawlers are better in 2-player, and and just remember that jump kicking is the way to go in all of this kind of games. Especially in this, because if you jump kick an enemy, you take half their health more or less in one hit, while just a normal hand punch, does like 5% or something. It's very weird. So remember to jump kick, and jump kick. And then we have Risky Woods, a wonderful platformer. I really enjoy this game. I played this a ton as a kid. I don't know anything about the story or anything, but it looks nice. It controls very, very nice. There's tons of enemies everywhere, and it's hard as balls, but it's very rewarding. You can collect tons of stuff, upgrade your weapons, and and then on every stage has like 2 mini games. We pretty much play Simon Says. I wouldn't call it mini games, but it's more like a lock to continue the level. And as I said, it's hard as balls, but you can upgrade weapons, and it's a fun little thing. And then we have one absolute classic, Micro Machines Turbo Tournament 96. This is the party game of all time. One of the best party games of all time. Not just because it's amazingly fun to drive around in these small little cars on pool tables and stuff like that, but they actually did one of the smartest thing in video games history. Instead of you having to purchase a separate multi-tap so you can plug in 2 extra controllers, they actually built it into the cartridge of the game, which is basically one of the smartest things ever, which of course made this game amazingly fun. Being 4 players in this game is just amazing. And of course it's quite fun to play as yourself too, but it's with 4 players, this is absolutely one of the best games on the console. And of course all of these games can be gotten quite cheap. None of them are any of the absolutely most collectible games on the system. They go around the equivalent of maybe $30 at most if you're from America, or so. Yeah, I think that's it, all for today. I hope to see you again if you watched. And yeah, if you want, you can either subscribe or write something down in the comments. And yeah, I'll hope to see you again.